recorded.
Well, it is. Go ahead and let it rip. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Bourbon Battles. I'm Joe.
I'm Chad.
Hey, you got to put the bottle in the middle. What are you doing?
I'm putting it over here so you can't figure out what it is.
You can't see it in the TV.
That's all right. That's all right.
Just move it over here. Hey, we've been trying a different kind of video where in the last couple episodes I've tried to show something to Chad blind and did some reviews on it, some basic things, and now it's my turn. Chad's got something in that bottle. I have no idea what it is.
Well, I got something else besides this bottle.
Is it good?
You'll find out.
Stick with us.
Thanks, guys.
So here we go. Hopefully you've been following along. Hope you watch what we do. I have no idea what's in this glass. Would you say that's accurate?
I guarantee it.
So I've got to give this a grade like we're back in school, right? Because we can't do math and give it scores.
Well, I mean, I can. But...
What does it? So when you go to the store, right, or you read your magazines or the interwebs, and something like that Early Times Bottle and Bond gets a score of an 89, what the hell does that mean?
Well, it means I'm assuming out of 100.
Yeah, but what's it mean?
I think it's 89%.
So you think it's in the 89 percentile?
Yes.
I don't think that's how it works, though. I think everything gets at least an 80.
Oh, yeah.
So if
apparently they never had punch. Those people getting those reviews never had Puncher's Chance.
You like Puncher's Chance?
No.
Huh?
No. So
what we do is give it a grade like we're back in school, right? You know what an A is. Did you get me A's?
Yeah.
I did too. Not very many. So everybody knows what a B is. Everybody knows that C is average, and so on. So that's what we do. It's more generalized. And we're not whiskey wise asses or experts. So if you want experts, you go watch Fred Minnick.
Who?
It's this guy on YouTube. He wears a scarf.
What?
He wears a scarf.
You watch too much YouTube.
You never seen him?
No.
So now I got to give this a grade. A letter grade on the nose, the palate's finish. I'm going to guess the proof. And then I'm going to give it some generalizations. Is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. What's going on? And I tell you, this is what I'd pay for a fifth of it. Or a quart.
$7.50.
$7.50.
Be at the European standard.
So, right off the bat.
The legs on that dude.
I'm going to tell you, I get a lot of caramel in this. In the nose. Tell everybody what we think about tasting notes while I'm going through this.
Well, I don't particularly like to give tasting notes unless something is very predominant, because if they look at some of our past videos, what you might interpret as caramel, I might interpret as sage. And what you might
sage?
Yep, and what you might interpret as cherries, I might interpret as eggs. I mean,
eggs.
Yeah.
When did you get egg? What do you drink? What whiskey are you drinking?
I'm just saying.
Eggnog?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Oh. I'm just saying. So whatever you smell might be different than what I smell. So there's no sense in me telling you what I smell if you're not going, or taste if you're not going to.
So right off the bat, I'll tell you, I think this has a phenomenal nose. Now, here's my problem with doing these.
Is that with an F or a P?
P, big P. So my problem with doing these is I don't know that I've ever had a whiskey that I don't like.
Oh, I have.
Right, I like most everything, and you have a lot that you don't like, right? So keep that in mind as we go through these. Yeah. And if you don't know that about us, maybe you ought to cancel your plans for the weekend and watch us.
Binge watch
it. There's enough out there to spend your whole weekend doing it. Get you some Papa John's.
Or something else.
I've watched you eat 2 large Papa John's pizzas in one setting and 16 pints of Guinness.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago.
It was not that long ago.
That was 50 pounds ago.
I know, I've been putting it on.
What do you think, man? You think the nose is phenomenal?
The more I get into it, I'm liking it less, the nose.
Because it's opening up.
What? What did you say?
I said it's opening up. Who
told you that?
That's what I heard him say.
Fred Minnick?
I don't know who that is.
The Bourbon Junkies?
No.
$250 to $350 people watch our videos. We're not going to get in trouble for saying anything. So I'm going to say I'm going to give the nose a B+. I really like the nose. That's very high accolades. I think A's are reserved for some of your favorite things you've ever had.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about it is, if you go through and you start smelling different whiskeys, you might smell 30 whiskeys and not find any, but then you might smell that one and be like, holy cow, what is that?
So, can you give us an example of what that might be? What's a whiskey that do you recall that just had a nose that you just couldn't sit there and smell it all day and taste it? It's tough. That's a tough. But you know it when it's going on. I think Elijah Craig barrel proofs are that way a lot of times.
There was a Nulu, Indiana store pick that Red Barrel Liquors in Mooresville had.
The rye?
No.
Oh, the bourbon.
The bourbon, and it was the second one that he had.
That one right there.
I don't know.
It's the second one.
Like cinnamon Pop Tarts. I mean, it just does. I mean, and you don't even have to taste it ever. You can just keep smelling it.
So the only reason this doesn't get an A, and you've heard this before, right? You've seen enough bourbon reviews. That Sharpie nose where you smell a little bit of Sharpie in it.
No, I never heard that nonsense.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Huh?
Sharpie.
Huh? Get that Sharpie up right there.
I ain't going around sniffing a damn pin like some junkie. Just smell it and tell me what you think.
But that's just so ever so slight in the back.
Sharpie?
Yeah, a little bit like a. That's why I didn't get an A. Let's just drink it.
You need to go sit in a truck.
Can I play with the radio?
No.
It's that wine refrigerator.
Oh. What do you think about that?
I like that.
Is it good?
I want to say it's Jim Beam or Heaven Hill because I get some of those nuts in it.
Really?
So that goes down to this one thing right here. What is it? Jim Beam, Heaven Hill, Nutty. Is that Mike? Put him on speakerphone if it is. If it's a telemarketer, put it. No, I was gonna say.
I'm gonna shut her down.
Have you had the Baker's 13?
No, I haven't been able to find one reasonably priced.
That's so good. We talked about it.
I know I'm not a fan of the Baker's 7.
I'm not nearly. I wasn't either. It's okay. It's pretty good. It's not as good as Booker's. It's not as good as Knob Creek.
Pretty wild to me, I think.
The 13.
Oh, the 7.
But I'm saying the 13. I had it in the bar. It might be my favorite Jim Beam product ever made.
Easy, hot rod.
What? You don't believe me?
Well, I mean, you whatever you like, you like. I can't.
Have you had that Wiseman?
Yes, I've tried it.
You like it?
No. I mean, I don't dislike it, but what do you think on a proof?
Let's mark these out. I'm gonna say it's 119 proof.
Okay.
You can go and tell me how close I am because you know, right? I've made the statement, so
yeah, I think you're about 7 or 8 off, but that ain't bad.
Is it higher? So it's high proof. Is it 126 proof?
I think it's a little higher than that even. I have to look at it, but
no, okay. Yeah, generalizations are good. So I can keep going through these things, right? I'm going to give the Palate an A minus. Actually, I really like it.
Okay.
And I'm going to give the finish an A minus as well. And I'm going to guess that it is an Elijah Craig barrel proof because I do think it's got those nutty Heaven Hill profile notes. And what would I pay for it? I would pay $99 for it.
Okay. Are you ready for the reveal?
Did I cover everything?
You did.
That's pretty high accolades.
It is.
Let's see what it is. I'm curious.
It is not a Heaven Hill product.
Okay. Is it a Jim Beam product?
It is a Jim Beam product.
So I was along the right lines.
You were. And I believe it's 126 and change on the proof.
So I was I was pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
I just opened this.
It doesn't look like it's tall enough to be a Booker's.
But it is.
It's a Booker's.
It is. And it is the newest Booker's.
Oh,
and,
I wish I had my glasses.
I just opened it when I came in here. It is Mighty Fine Batch.
So have you had the Apprentice batch?
Yep.
Did you think this is? Everybody said it tastes like cat piss.
Well, let's let them say it.
The guy wears a scarf.
This is 7 years, 1 month, and 10 days old. It is 126.6 proof, and it is 3 of 2023 Mighty Fine Batch.
Can I see this?
Yep. And if you get the box out of my bag, I can read about what it says.
It's got the scorecard in it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to take it out because it probably has other
Oh
bottles
yeah,
in it.
got the other one in there. We can't do that. I'll get it.
Yeah, you get it. So, Chad will attest. So B plus A minus is extremely high scores.
Yeah.
Means I really love this whiskey, and what did I say I'd pay? 99,
which is
retail.
Yeah, pretty much. So the batch story on this, it's the third release of 2023. It's Mighty Fine Batch. The batch is named in honor of the signature phrase of my dad, Booker No. This is Fred No who's writing this. He used to compliment anything he approved of, from his main namesake bourbon to his country ham. Says if you knew Booker, then you knew Mighty Fine was his go-to phrase. So that's.
Can you read that little writing?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
So that's what this is all about. And then on the back it gives you 2, 3, 8, 10, 10, 12, and 55% and all
the blend.
That. Yeah, it gives you all that, which is fine. But yeah, that's what it is.
That is. So here's the thing. To get an A for me, it's got to be unbelievable.
You know, and then here's the thing. I thought I was going to trick you. And I thought that your whole nonsense with peanuts was bullshit. And now I believe you.
I was pretty. But Chad was the first RD1, right? You got the majority of it right.
Yeah, I didn't have any idea what it was either.
Now, the second one you got way wrong, but that's for different reasons.
Yeah.
Now, I got this pretty
spot on.
Pretty spot on. I think it drinks below its proof, right?
And it's 7 years old too, which is pretty. It's not real old, but it's old for Booker's. It's old.
7.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'd say about this. I said I'd pay $99 for it. Now knowing it's a Booker's, and
you pay more than that.
My affinity towards Jim Beam,
right?
And you can't see it; the camera cuts it off. But I got a bunch of them up there. This is one of the better Booker's. Booker's is an amazing product that people forget about.
What? Yeah.
As far as unicorns go.
The damn distributors have made people not forget about it because they are holding it back and rationing it out.
Well, especially in Indiana.
And pulling some BS, but that's for a different day.
They need to have their asses kicked.
Well,
I mean, what else are you going to say?
Well, they need to change their business model, but they don't care because they're selling all they can.
They're sold out.
Right.
Why do they care? This is great. I don't have any Bookers from this year.
Mighty Fine Batch.
Mighty Fine Batch. I'll find one. I'll get one of these. This is something you and I will talk about.
This just came out, so
this is something you and I like in the last couple weeks.
I think.
Well, by the time this video comes out, the last couple months.
Yeah.
So here's one thing that I'd love to do a video on: mistakes that you make in bourbon, right? As you start to get into it. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about, right? You know how I am. I gotta have every Elijah Craig release. I gotta have every Booker's released. You don't have to do that shit.
No, but it makes it nice if you get them.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. How many? You think I'm gonna drink all them Bookers before I die?
I had to quit buying Elijah Craig barrel proofs. Way too many.
Yeah, but everybody's saying the C923, the new one, is
I don't care.
Is the best whiskey put out this year.
I don't care.
I don't own one. If I find one on a shelf, I'll probably snag it. Other than that, I'm not getting worked up about that.
I won't buy them unless they're 130 plus.
Turn around and look at that thing. How many Elijah Craig bottles do I have? 12.
Dozen and a half.
Dozen and a half.
Yeah.
Do you think I really need the 923 to understand, to enjoy my drinking experience with friends in this room?
No.
Exactly. Don't con yourself. You don't have to have every single Booker's release.
No, but it sure makes it nice if you do.
And that being said, if you buy this one, you're like, my God, that Joe guy was right. Call me and send this one to me because I'd really like to have this one to go right up there. And I need the box with it. I like the boxes.
I'm looking for a Charlie's batch from this year because I've got to have every one. So that's the first one that came out this year. So
but you don't. That's what we're just saying. You don't have to have every one.
That's what I'm saying I do.
You can't drink all your whiskey till you die either.
No, but I still would like to have them because I'm going to have a Booker's tournament one of these days, and I'm going to have like 8 years worth of every one. And
How many people are invited?
Probably 15.
Mike?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the point. I mean, like I said, I just opened this before I poured it.
I would love to blind this against Country Ham. Do you have a Country Ham?
I do.
Can we get that in an envelope and in the barrel?
We probably could.
Is your Country Ham open?
It can be.
Well, that'd be a good reason to open it because so far I think Country Ham is my favorite. Was that 3 years old? Something like that?
19.
4 years old?
Mm-hmm.
I really like the country ham, and I feel like I really like that.
I'm still a fan of Ronnie's batch, which was last year.
Yeah.
But I thought, and a lot of people are like, they're getting worse. And I think overall, they're actually getting better. If you compare them to like even stuff far back as like Bluegill batch and stuff like that. I mean,
I've never had that one.
You're talking about like 16, back in 15.
You got a bunch of those?
No, but I've tasted them. And
what's that one I have that's like 5-6 years old? It's awful. It's
probably Kentucky Chew.
It is Kentucky Chew. It's the worst one I own.
Well, you know, just each his own.
Yeah, whatever. You like it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So hey, drinking bourbon's supposed to be fun. Do it with your friends. Do it blind. Do it responsibly. What else? What am I missing?
Well, you don't want to drink and drive.
See you next time.
If you drink, don't drive. Do the watermelon crawl.